It's huge, huge, I tell you. It's the size of my face. Even my husband was like,
ooh, that's nice.
well, hello my lovely nestlings and welcome to today's video, which is another Best of Beauty from Trash to Treasure. This is a recurring series on my channel every month where I go over all the products that I tried in the previous month and give you my final opinion on it. Now, the products are not ranked per se, they are though in a tier style system. And if you're new, welcome. My name is Nikki. I'm 46 from the Netherlands, hence the accent. I'm not old, I'm vintage. That's my new slogan that I need to put on a t-shirt. If you are vintage too, if you want to hear about brands that no one else is talking about, and if you love unusual color combination, oh yes, and if you are slightly orcish like me, then this is definitely the channel for you. Subscribe now, become part of my nestlings, because we are having a blast here on the internet. I don't have to explain the vintage, I feel at least, but let me explain the slightly orcish. It means green. I am a light, warm, delicate olive, and if you know, you know. You know the struggle, right? Let's just... Am I recording? Yeah. I had such a cool intro. The video was going so well, and then I saw that I wasn't recording. So if I look there from time to time, it's to make sure that I'm still recording. Yes. Let me explain the tiers though. Now, in the tiers, they are kinda ranked-ish, because basically the first product that I mentioned in a tier is the product that I like the least of that tier, and then I have middle stuff, and then I have the one that I liked the best in that tier. That's kind of the ranking that is going to happen today. But let me tell you about the tiers, because we are going to start with the tier called a hell no. And I don't think that I have to explain that, right? They are my fails. That's it. The next tier is meh. The products function, but they're just they're meh. The next tier is
The Twilight Zone.
And in the Twilight Zone are products that are okay. They are nice products, they function, but they are either kind of subpar, so that yeah, they function, but they're just, you know, they're okay, or it's just something that is, I don't know, like a cotton pad. It functions very well, but it's very, very boring, so that can be in there as well. Then in the next category, which is the Amazeballs category, they are very, very good products. They are my favorites of the month. They are products that I will recommend and that I had a lot of fun with, that I am constantly grabbing for. Basically my favorites. But because I'm extra, if you know, you know, I have another tier on top of that, which is the you have to pry it out of my cold, dead hands. And these are the favorites of the favorites, the bestest of the bestest, the products that I will fight you for. Yes, I said I was dramatic, right? So we're just going to get into it right now. The products will be listed down below as well. And I have done videos with a bunch of them, but not with everything. So let's start with one oh hell no that I have here. Well, it's not really the product's fault though, because the product itself, it does function. It's not among my favorites, but it does function, but it's a color thing. So it's a brow pencil from Beauty Bay. An eyebrow pencil in the shade Bark. The formula of these pencils is very stiff, and I prefer a formula that's a little bit more creamy. Now the downside of that is that it can smudge a little bit quicker. This one doesn't have that, but you kind of need to warm it up, otherwise it's too stiff. I know what I said. Never mind. Let me show you the color. Do I still have the color? Oh, I think I still have the color here. Yeah, so the color is here. Don't look at that. But the color is there. For me, it's way too red. It's too red. It's too light. It makes my brows extra red. Now, I did find out that if you have a vitamin C in your skincare, vitamin C style product in your skincare, it can turn your brow products extra red or orange. So if that happens, if you kind of swatch the pencil and you're like, it's a good color, why is it turning red? Check your skincare, or maybe even your foundation, to see if there's something like that in there. Just a tip. But I am very much paying attention to that, so I can really determine the color. Now my brows are okay-ish color-wise today. I can see in my monitor that they are more red than they are in real life, which is annoying the hell out of me, but There's nothing really I can do about that. I'm not tech savvy like that. So yeah, but this is the shade, what did I say again? The shade Bark. And it's just, the color, it's just very much a no. For me, that's why it's in the hell no. Okay, we're going to go into the meh category right now. The first product that I'm going to mention I got as a gift. This was a product that I wanted to try for so long, that did not come here to Europe, at least not where I could find it. They have another product in this line, another product, I want to say species, but that's not it. They also have a blush, basically, that I love. And this is, it's meh, and I will explain why. This is the Slime Light from Freck, which is their liquid highlighter, and this is the shade Space Face. Now the formula is quite nice, but it's just, when I tap it on my face, and I need to tap it on my face, otherwise you don't see it at all, it's just so meh. And I'm not really one that wants a blinding highlight, not necessarily, but I do kind of want to see it a little bit, and I constantly basically have to do like, I don't have it on today, but I have to go like this and then kind of check where is it, and I can kind of see it. But it's, if you go for something that's very, very subtle, or maybe it's just the color in combination with my undertone. So I do kind of like it, but I feel like it is just, I have to look for it. And that's not really my vibe. So that's why it's in meh. And it, again, it could very well be the color. It could very well be the color. I do have to tap it on my skin. So not on my hand first and then pick it up with a brush, because then I don't see it at all. So basically I dot a little bit on my finger, do this, and then tap it on, and it works fine. The product works fine. It doesn't lift off my foundation. It works fine. It's just that I have to look for it. And that's not really what I have time for during the day, to go looking for my highlighter. That's why it's meh, because it's just not it. Okay, the next product that I'm going to mention is a product that I like, kinda. So I love faux freckles. I have faux freckles today, so I tried a faux freckle product from Makeup Revolution. They have different ones, but I don't want a felt tip pen. I don't like felt tip pens, so I got this one. And this is the Freck Me Freckle. What's the thing called? Freckle Me. That's what it's called. This is though in dark, and I don't know if they have multiple colors. I could not find multiple colors, but this is dark brown, and it is very, very dark, which is good because most freckle products are geared for beige. Kind of me, you know, even though I'm not technically beige because I'm olive, but still my kind of color. So basically to maybe medium. Though, yeah, maybe you can get away with medium with some products at least. Now, Freck has a darker one as well, I know that. But if you want to see if you like it and you are medium and up, check this one out, because it is very, very dark. So I think that if I have my maximum summer color, I will like this. I do like the applicator. It applies just fine. There's nothing really wrong with it. I can still tap it out, but it's very dark. So basically this is the color. And let me put the one that I have on my face next to it, which is from Nabla. And that's way lighter. Can you see that? Can you see the difference? So while I like the product in and of itself, and I can make it work, it's kind of too dark for me. But it stays on all day. Honest to God, all day. Where the Nabla one, I can kind of, if it hasn't set correctly, or I don't know, it can kind of be covered if I put on a liquid blush. So with a Nabla, especially now, I do my blush, my liquid blush or cream blush first and then the freckles. You don't have that trouble with this one. It's even darker than the Freck. So if you are looking for a dark freckle product, this is the one to try, honestly. But for me, yeah, it's extremely dark. So I really have to pay attention what I'm doing, and that's why it's here. That's why it's not in the oh hell no, because color-wise I can make it work, especially if I have my summer color. Yeah, that's basically it. So the next two are kind of, they're kind of, yeah, let's go to this. So I was on a brow kick. Did I tell you that I was on a brow kick because I felt that my brows were way too red? I don't remember if I did, but that was the gist of it. One of you actually said I use the e.l.f. in, I think, deep brown. Is that the color that I have here? Deep brown, yeah. The instant lift in deep brown. So I can get that here, so I got it. And I really like the color. The reason that it is here is because it's the tip is too thick. That's what she said. It's that kind of episode. Yes. I prefer either one that is, you know, one of those triangles or the flatter ones, or a micro pencil. This, I don't know, I cannot sharpen it, but I do really like the color. So what I kind of want to see is if they also have this version, this color in a micro pencil, and then I would like to try that one. But yeah, unfortunately, I still use it. But this also, maybe that is it. This is also more one I feel for filling in. So basically going like that instead of hair-like strokes. And I kind of like to do hair-like strokes. The way that I do my brows, I don't think it will really work if I fill it in with this first and then, you know, set the hairs, if that makes any sense. Because I use a brow soap and I usually do my brow soap first. Because otherwise I brush everything out again. So yeah, I love the color, but I don't really like the tip of the pencil. That's why it's here. We are going now, that's bad grammar. We are going to go to the
Twilight
Zone now. And the first product that I have in Twilight Zone, and it's another brow pencil from Beauty Bay, and this is in the shade Brownie. And Brownie I have swatched here, but also, where are we? Also there, so you can see it against the other color. That was a no hell no for me. So the color is okay. The formula is not really my favorite per se, but the color is okay. It's still not what I really want. I really want. So tell me what you want. Never mind. Spice Girls. But it's nice enough. Yes. Let's go next then to the next product, which is an eyeshadow palette. And it is from Colourpop. It's the Darth Vader palette from the Star Wars collection. I really like how this is looking. I love that. This is their first palette in the Star Wars and I have them all, and it's why I bought it, honestly. The color story is fun. This is more along the lines of this is a black matte with these types of sparkles in it, but it functions as a black. Largely, the performance kind of was a little bit meh. So I also have the Smoke Show Blown Smoke, I don't know, their grey palette, and I really love that palette. For this, when I played with this shade, it was a little bit stiffer. It wanted to get patchy pretty quickly, and I don't have that with the Blowing Smoke palette, so that's why this is here. Performance wise, I felt it doesn't perform as well as the shadows in their Blowing Smoke palette. That's the reason that it is here. Yeah, that's it. Performance wise, it was a little bit meh, so that's why it is here in the Twilight Zone. I still really like it. And if you, you know, just buy this palette because of the theme and you kind of like it, by all means go ahead and do it. But if you want to buy it for the performance, you want this type of color story, go to the Blow and Smoke, because that's way better. And then just, you know, grab a red shimmer from somewhere, because you can do that. The next palette I am going to mention is the Color Block by Huda Beauty, the orange and purple. I love how this looks. Looking at this makes me extremely happy. I also love the color story formula. I like the mattes worked beautifully. I like the cake liner that was in here. It worked beautifully. The shimmers are very pretty, but the purples are way too close together. So basically this is a very much a blue purple, and you can already see that this is more of a, well, basically a pinker purple. It has orange flecks, but you don't see the orange flecks on your eyes. This purple here and this purple here, when you swatch them out, they are so close together. Also, the fact that this is a split pan and you have an orange and a purple, it just, no. In this, I wish that we had an orange cake liner as well, and that this one was, I don't know, a light orange. So for instance, like this color, but then kind of in a shimmer, combined with a darker orange, because this just, it looks nice, At least I find it pleasing to the eye, but it's not really that handy because you cannot swirl it together. So it's, when you do that, it turns a weird color. So the formula I thought was pretty nice. So formula wise, I would put it higher, but just because of the fact that the purples are too close together, the split pen is not really functional, that's why it's here. If you like this color story, by all means, go ahead and try it, especially if you love her formula. Just don't pay full price, because I don't think that this palette is worth the full price. Yeah, that's it. Okay, yeah, that's it. We're going to go to the next category, which is going to be the Amazeballs. And the first thing that I'm going to mention in the Amazeballs category is a palette. And it is here, still recording, yeah. It's here because of the color story. So performance-wise, it was very, very, very good. Is the video online already? I don't know. I did film with it, 2 looks, and if it's not online, it's coming very, very soon. If it is online, I will link. It is from Essence, and it is the Roma palette. So this is the color story, and I really do like this color story, but if I have to choose between this and kind of, I go for this. Did I tell you the palette that I have on my eyes? I think I forgot, right? It's this one from Menagerie, the Sugar Glider, that I'm trying out now. It's not in today's video because I'm still forming my thoughts, but this is one of the looks of the video, and I really do like it. Yes, the performance was very, very nice. I like the color story. I like the way that it looks. And you know, for the pricing, that's why it's higher than the Huda, because this is €7. The Huda is 30 for me, I believe. And this performed quality wise basically equal. So this performed more along the lines of a higher end palette for me. So that also kind of begs the question, then why is the Huda palette 30 bucks and this not? Probably because of the way that this is made. You know, this is cardboard, this is plastic, so it's a little bit, it's not as fancy and high end, but still, I don't know, I really do like it, and that is why it's here. Color story, performance, they are, as far as I know, just available in Europe. There's apparently also a London one, but I cannot find it, so I don't know if that's true. I also cannot find it on Essence's European site, so I don't even in the UK section. So if you are from the UK and you have seen this one, but then for London, let me know, and let me know where you got it, because maybe I can get it then as well, because I really want to try all the palettes that I had that will come out in this line, because I really, really liked it. So let's go next to the other palette from Essence, the Miami, and this one just also blew me away. I just like this color story a little bit more, I have to say. It's just a little bit more my vibe. I think that the outside, as with the Roma, really reflects the inside, and this was such a surprise for me. This quality, it was the first one that I tried in their new format, and it really blew me away. This performs like a high-end palette. If you want to see it in action, go watch the video that is online with this one. But it is just, it's such a fun color story, and it's extremely colorful, especially for Essence. So I'm very happy that they came out with this. I'm also very happy that they left it so colorful. It's a buildable formula, so you don't have to be afraid that you dip your brush in and you have instant pigment. So if you want to start with color, something like this is ideal, because you can very much control the amount of color that you put on your eye, because it's a buildable formula instead of a highly pigmented formula. And yeah, I just love the way that this is looking. What can I say? What can I say? So the next thing that I'm going to go to, it's Colourpop. I'm going to go to Colourpop. I have 2 things here from Colourpop. Let's start with this one. This is the glowing lip in the shade Indulge Me. I think that these are so, so nice. These are so nice. Can I swatch it? Sure I can. I think that the color, I could have used it today. The color is pretty as well. It has a nice smell, but I really love the formula. I love the color as well. Let's next go then to, from the Avatar collection, the Super Shock Cheek. I don't know, is it a highlighter? I think so. So I really love how this looks. And this is one of the marble ones. I really do like the color. I really do like the color. I love the Super Shock Cheek formula. So I basically just swirl and I then, can I see what I'm doing? And I then just basically tap it on. I do have to say though, maybe this is more along the lines of a blush, because I feel that this formula is not as smooth as their highlighter formula. So I don't know if it's because of the marbling. I also, maybe it's more along the lines of a glowing blush. I don't know. I really do like the color and I love their formula. So that's why it's here. Okay, next I'm going to go, let's go to Unearthly Cosmetics, because I received a PR package from Unearthly Cosmetics containing the blushes and the highlights that she has right now, the loose ones. I just grabbed 2. I haven't used them all. I have used a few, but I already know how I feel about the formula. So the one that I have, the combination that I have on my face today is this. So it's an extremely orange blush, and then this is more, it's almost the same as my shirt. So you would think that this one is too dark for me. I prefer a highlighter that is technically too dark for me though. I don't like an icy highlighter. This highlighter is very pretty. This is the shade Golden, and it is still, it's not icy. So because it's more golden, I like it. If it had been a silver, I would not have tried it because I don't like that on me. But this one is also very pretty. This is the shade Goddess, and I have that as a highlighter today. I kind of blended it down a little bit, and then I put this blush on top, and this is the shade Tangy. The blushes are pigmented. But they are still easy to control, because if you go in lightly and you basically, I always start here with my blush because I love blush draping. I start here, I kind of tap it on, then I can really easily blend it out. And if you feel like you have too much on, you can blend it. And that is very nice to have, especially with kind of funky colors. And there are funky colors in her collection. So I will probably not use everything, because I could already tell that there was some blushes and at least one highlighter that I will probably not use a lot. So I would rather leave that then closed so I can, I don't know, you know, put that in a giveaway. Oh yeah, by the way, I have a new slogan. Get Nikki to 10k so she can do a giveaway. If you're new, I never do a giveaway. But if I hit 10, when I hit 10k, I will do one. So it's a new slogan. Hashtag get Nikki to 10k so she can do a giveaway. Yes. But for me also, being an olive, if I have a blush that is too yellow, it makes me look like I have been punched in the face. So this is a very pretty. The formula, it's so nice. It's such a gorgeous formula. The highlighters as well. This is a little bit more of a chunkier highlighter, and then this one is a little bit more smooth. If there's a color that you're like, I really like the color, I don't think you will be disappointed at all by this formula. And it's an extremely nice formula. If you want to see face swatches, my dear sister Debbie, her channel name is Debutante, I will link it down below. She's actually a cool toned olive, and she swatched all the blushes. So I will link the video for you guys down below to check out. Okay, next I just have some random things here. So let's start with this, which is from Essence. It's an eye pencil. It's one of the long-lasting eye pencils, and I love this formula a lot. This is a new shade, and this is in the shade Olive Hue. And it's so pretty. Let's put it here. It is such a pretty olive green. It's so pretty. I could have, oh, I could actually, can I? I don't think so, but let's try it anyway. Yeah, it's fun. Not really, but that's okay. But I love the formula of these, so that's why it's here. And I think that the color is very pretty as well. Next, I am going to go to, let's go next to this, which is another super dewy highlighter from Makeup Revolution, and this is in the shade Gold Champagne, and for me this is a shimmer blush. I actually have the Pink Lights on as a liquid blush today, and this one, it's just very pretty, and the color that you see here, that's basically the color. So it's a little bit of an, I don't know what kind of color it is, but it's very pretty. So yeah, for me it's a shimmer blush. If you are light, fair to light, it will also be a shimmer blush. If you are medium, medium to tan, it's probably a blush topper or a highlighter. So basically for me, I can also use it as a blush topper if I want to, but it's a hint too dark to really do that I feel. So it's just a shimmer blush right now. And I love this formula. They also have one that's darker, but that's not for me because I don't use a shimmer kind of bronzer style color. But I love this formula, hence the fact that I also bought the other one. If they come out with more colors in this line, I will probably pick them up as well, except then the bronzy one because it's not something that I use. Let's next go to Natasha Nona, to an eyeshadow base in the shade Light. I have been using the shade Medium for I think a year and a half, something like that, and it has been my favorite base forever, ever since I started using it. And honestly, this is not really an exception and a difference. This, and I know people are saying that she changed the formula. I don't see it. For me, it blends well. The color is okay. You know, it's a little bit of a peachy color, but that's okay. I don't know. I think shadows perform well on top of it. I can blend on top of it. I can layer if I want. It's not a primer that has an extreme stick, but my medium did not have that either. So I don't really know what they mean by they changed the formula, because when I got my medium, it has been so long that I don't know anymore if there is any difference in the two. And it could also be that there will be a difference because of the color difference, you know. So if you have the new one and you had an older one and you know the difference, let me know, because I cannot find, I don't know. But I love this base a lot. I love that it has a doe foot. I love the way that shadows look on it. The blendability, it's just so nice. The only thing is though that it's not an extremely gripping one, but neither was my medium. So that's it. I don't know. What can I say? I love it. I love this base a lot. That's why it's here. Ever since I got the light one, I have been using it non-stop. And the reason that I prefer this one actually over the ABH one is because it has a doe foot. And I prefer that. I feel like I can better control it. I can better control the amount that I put on my eye. The color for me is also a little bit better because it's a warmer color. Yes, it turns more basically orangey peachy on me. But when I'm doing a look like this, it does not matter. And then it helps actually. The ABH one can turn a little bit ashy on me, a little bit grayer on me, because it is very much more pink. And it also doesn't crease that much on me. A hint. The one from Juvia's Place creased a lot. So I really had to tap it out before I went any further. And this one, it almost doesn't. When the shadows are on, it does not make my eyeshadows crease. It's just, especially if I have tapped it out. So yeah. Okay, next I am going to go to, let's go to both of these. Yeah, let's group them together. Let's go to Kosas, because I have here their foundation and concealer. I have both on my face today. I really love this foundation. It's not my holy grail foundation, because honestly right now I don't have a holy grail foundation, so it doesn't have holy grail status, but I really do love this. I'm very happy that I bought it. I have the foundation in the shade light neutral olive 160, which is light with neutral olive undertones. I don't really agree with the neutral olive though. It's neutral warm, so it's not extremely warm. So if you are a warm olive but you're still in the same tone depth, you will need to warm it up with a yellow mixer. If you're a cool toned olive, you need to cool it up with a blue mixer. This is not a true neutral. If you're a true neutral olive, you will also have to cool it up with a bluer a bluer mixer. I really love the finish. I love the way that this looks. This is one that is a little bit more, I haven't powdered it today. I only powdered underneath my eyes and basically here. And yeah, I do have a powder blush on and I have a powder bronzer on. But for the rest, it's not set. And it's just a very pretty finish. And it just feels nice and lightweight. And I don't feel like it dries out my skin. However, I do prefer a primer underneath. But I prefer a primer underneath all my foundations right now. It's just the way that it is. Yeah, this is, for me being a delicate warm olive, that means that I am more towards the neutral spectrum, but still warm. So I'm more neutral to warm instead of warm. Does that make any sense? So for me, this worked perfectly and I really, really love it. I have been using it a lot actually, because it just feels so nice, lightweight, and I really love it. Now the concealer that I have here is in the shade 3.2, which is pretty pale. I really like this concealer as well. The concealer is nice and thin. It still has a nice amount of coverage. You can build it up if you want to. I really do like this. I have been using this concealer ever since I got it, so I really do like it. Next, I'm going to go to a primer, and this primer, maybe it should almost be in the You Have to Pry It Out of My Cold Dead Hand. So maybe this is a little bit on the cusp. The reason that it is not there, that it is here, is because there is a foundation, one of my foundations, I prefer a different primer underneath, and it's from Essence. It's their Fix and Last Jelly Primer. Now, I use quite a lot. I have been using this ever since I got this. I love this one so much. Yeah, that's why it's on the cusp of the two, because yeah, underneath the Lisa Eldridge foundation it does work, but I want another one, you know. This hydrates my face. I kind of usually when we are in a little bit warmer weather, but still it's still too cold, but it's in a transition period in the year. Sometimes my foundation does not want to stick to my cheeks, and I'm having that problem right now as well. That's why I wanted another gripping primer. This primer though, it grips without making your face feel like flypaper. I have tried the Milk Makeup one, and I have also tried the one from X Revolution, which is the exact same. The ingredients are a little bit different, but the way that they feel on the skin, the way that they grip your makeup, they are the same. Only the X Revolution one is way cheaper than the Milk Makeup one. But those were pretty sticky. So if you put them on, if I used a little bit too much, I kind of had that flypaper feeling. I didn't mind it too much. And it really did grip my foundation. This one though, if I put this on, and I use 2 pumps for my entire face. If I put this on, it feels nice. It feels like a jelly, which it is. It feels nice and cooling and hydrating. And if I let it sit, it does not really dry down, but it's not as extremely sticky as the other two that I just mentioned were, because they were, the more you let them set, the stickier they got. That's with this one, that's not true. So, but you can basically smear it on and then put your foundation directly on top immediately, but you can also wait a little while and then it still grips. If you see this one and you want to try a hydrating kind of gripping primer, but you don't want your face to be like flypaper, this is definitely the one. You don't need Milk Makeup. Just get this one. It's way nicer. Unless you really want that extra stick, then this will probably not be sticky enough for you. Yeah. Now I'm going to go to the You Have to Pry It Out of My Cold Dead Hands category. Shall we start with this, which is actually a perfume. I know. This perfume, when I saw this, I was like, oh, that sounds interesting. I really want to try this one. I have been using this one ever since I got it. I really, really love this. It's from Kayali and it is their, what's it called? The Juicy Red Apple. Or the Eden, yeah, the Juicy Apple. And I have the 10 mils. I have quite a few perfumes now. This is one that I'm constantly reaching for. The notes of these are Juicy Red Apple, there are wild berries, jasmine, lychee, vanilla flower and sensual musk. It smells a little sweet but not extremely sweet. And I also have her amber, what was it, the new amber here. That one I really like as well, but it is a little bit more heavy than this one. So this is still sweet, but it is berry sweet. It's not, I don't know, it's not honey sweet, it's berry sweet. So there's a little bit of freshness going on as well. I don't have it on today actually, but I really like that one. Yes. Okay. Next, I'm just going to group these together. There was a new brand launched in the Netherlands not too long ago. And they came out, their first launch was lip products, lip pencils, lipsticks, liquid lipsticks and glosses. Basically, I ordered a set of one. So I ordered one lip liner, one gloss and one liquid lipstick. And 3 days later, I ordered the rest because she came out with 3 colors each. I think I just not ordered. Yeah, I have one of the glosses that I didn't order because the color was just not really that I was like, yeah, I kind of have a color like that. So let's start with the gloss then that I have here. This is the gloss in the shade Lana, and I actually put it on top of the lipstick. This whole range is designed to work together. This gloss it's a nice gloss. It feels pretty lightweight on the skin. It doesn't, or on the lips, it doesn't feel gloopy. It feels hydrating, and it does kind of fade away a little bit, which isn't weird with a gloss, but I don't feel like it really removes the layer that you have underneath, especially when I paired it with the liquid lipstick that she has. So yeah, this is the gloss in the shade Lana. There is one that's darker that I also ordered. It's also nice on top of a lip liner. It's nice just on its own, and it's just, yeah, you get a big doe foot. Well, you get more of a clump foot. This is it. Mine's already dirty. Of course it is. I usually do this and then tap it on my lips. But sometimes I forget. So that's basically then, yeah, it happens. So yeah, but you get quite a lot. And it's a very, the tube feels very sturdy, very heavy duty. And the price point was very, very nice. It feels high end, but it's not price wise. So that's very good. Let's go then to the lip liner, because honest to God, this lip liner, it's huge, huge. I tell you, it's the size of my face. Yes, so this is the shade Holy that I have here. And the formula of this is, when I got it, it was an extreme sharp point, and that is not something that I enjoy personally. So the way that it is right now, so I have used it a few times, that's what I prefer. So, you know, I don't feel like I'm stabbing myself in the lips. Here's the color. So this one with the lipstick that I got and the gloss, they work together very well. They're kind of almost in the same color family. This is more along the lines of an orangey nude. This stays on all day. And it is, I don't want to say it's a stiffer formula. It kind of is. It kind of is, because other formulas, for instance, the one from Colourpop it's pretty creamy. This one is not, but it's still very pigmented, as you can see. And I don't feel like it tugs on my lips when I put it on. It stays on for a long time and it doesn't feel drying. Sometimes a lip liner can feel drying and this one doesn't. You know what I paid for this? €12. Yes, 12. That's, say, I don't know, 14 bucks for this huge ass liner that I actually like better than my Christian Odette liner, which is 20 bucks or more. So the other two colors should have been here already, according to the post, but they're not. So I don't know what happened. But the other two colors I ordered as well. Yes. Then I'm going to, this is my favorite of the collection, and it's the liquid lipsticks. So the nice thing, this is the component, and the nice thing about this is it has a lock. So you have an extra lock. This is in the shade Ride, and this is, as you can see, it's more along the lines of an orangey, peachy, orangey nude. This color, it's stunning. The formula, it is, if you like Black Moon Cosmetics' formula, you will like this. But this is actually better, because Black Moon Cosmetics can be a hint drying for me. This one, it's so, when I put this on for the first time, and I tried this in a live stream that I did last Wednesday, the first thing that I said was, wow, that's so light. It's extremely pigmented. The formula, it's like putting water on your lips. That's how thin. It's not drying. It's so opaque. It's such a stunning formula. Yes, I got the other two colors as well. And I know that this is my favorite liquid lipstick formula right now. I hope that she will eventually come out with some more funky colors as well. I would love to have something that's more yellow based. So basically the color of the shade Ava that I love so much, and then in this formula, so a little bit more almost like the color of the top that I have on. Yeah, I will be all over that. Yeah, it's so nice, and the price point for what you get, definitely worth it. So if you're on the fence on how the formula is, I love it a lot. As I said, it's extremely thin, it's extremely opaque. You don't need to build it up, but you can. It dries down completely, it's not drying. If you want to use a lip mask underneath, you can. Just make sure that you do remove basically your lip mask a little bit. You can also layer it on top of the pencil. You can combine it with the gloss. Need I say more? Let's go next to a lip mask. And this lip mask, it's from Colourpop. Well, it's actually from Fourth Ray Beauty. It's from their Avatar collection. And it is the, what's it called? It's this one, but it is Jasmine and Tea. An overnight lip mask. I used this. And the first thing that I noticed was it tastes very, very nice. A very light, sweet, tea-ish. Yeah, it's a thinner formula, but a lot of the time when I have a lip mask on, certain lip masks, I don't know, they almost feel like, or I also have it with certain lip oils. When I use them for a longer period of time, it almost feels like it's lifting off the top layer of my lips. And it sounds gross, kind of satisfying at the same time, but so I want to scrub my lips more to get rid of, you know, those dead layers. With this one, I don't have that. It sinks into my lips and it makes them nice and soft. And that's what I want. So, and the way that it smells, the way that it looks, yeah. If you have tried Fourth Ray Beauty's lip masks, let me know if the formula is the same across the board. Because, yeah, then I would love to try more. But this one, I really, even my husband was like,
ooh, that's nice.
And you know how men are usually, right? With stuff like this. Yeah, I really like this, and I love the box. I will keep the box because I'm a sucker for stuff like this. So yes, the next thing is let's just then go also to here. This needs to be in here. It's not makeup, but it needs to be in here nonetheless, and it is the Appa mirror. Yeah. So let me open it up. The only thing I want to bitch about is, you see the yip yip. You see the yip yip there? That's on the sticker. It's unfortunately not on the mirror. It's on the sticker. So I'm going to leave this sticker on because the yip yip needs to be on there. Yeah, I could theoretically paint it on the mirror myself, but this is just... Oh yeah, and this side is the one that I will use because it's magnifying. So that's probably what I would use. But this is... I love Avatar. I think that the show is amazing. If you haven't watched Avatar, it's not just a children's cartoon show. It's a very, very good show. It honestly is. And we used to watch it as a family. I wanted an Appa and a Momo. But who doesn't, right? But basically, I have a husky. And when I taught her to pull me when I was on a bicycle, I used yip yip, the command yip yip, to get her to go. Because that just sounds yip yip. You know, it sounds so fun. And because I could do that, she just went. So she's still she's 13 now, so she doesn't pull anyone anymore. But she still remembers the command. So that's when I saw that they were doing an Avatar, I said, I need an Appa. And they had the mirror. So I bought more from the collection that I haven't tried yet. So that's not why it's in this video, but it will be in my whole video. But this one... What can I say? I'm a sucker for packaging sometimes. Well, always. I'm always a sucker for packaging. Yes. Let's then next go to something that is just too cute. Which is also not makeup. But yeah, it's this. It's from Unearthly Cosmetics. And it was part of their Sugar Glider collection. I just bought this keychain because I needed it. It's just so extremely cute. So that's why it's here. Yes, and I'm playing with the palette right now, but so yeah, that's why it's here. Yes. Then the last thing that I'm going to mention, I played with this one. So formula wise, I have not really formed my opinion just yet, but when I show you the palette, you understand why it is here. And it's the Tiny Marvels palette. I finally have it. I played with it once. But it just needs to be here. It just needs to be here. And we all miss her. We all miss Mel. But this is just so cool. You know, it's... You all know what it looks like, right? Oh yeah, I put the sticker that was in here. I put that here. Here's the color story. It is more pastel than I thought it was, though. I have to say that. So for me, this is more along the lines of almost a grungy pastel palette. The shimmers are very, very nice. This shade Scarab, yeah, it's a shade that I love with a passion. I have a few of those shades, but I love this shade so much. So the shimmers are very, very nice. They are nice and sparkly, and they look stunning on an older eyelid. The color story is very, very pretty. It's a little bit more muted, but it's basically a grungier pastel palette that you can really deepen up with the shade Spider. Yes, this was it, guys. Let me know down below your opinions on some of the things, if you have tried some of the things that I tried this month. I hope that the video was helpful. On the end screen will be my playlist with these videos, and if you want to know more of what I hold in the month of April, make sure that you are subscribed and have hit the notification bell so you will be notified when the whole video goes online, which should be soon. I'm kind of waiting for one package that I really want to have in the video, and then when I have that I can film it and it can go online. Yes, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down in the comment section below. I'm going to wish you a fantastic day, fabulous evening. May your foundation always match your neck, and I will see you very soon in my next one. Bye guys.